Hello everybody, what's going on out there? In this video, I decided we're going to have a rapid fire session. I've received about 10 PMs, a few of them repetitive, and we're going to go through quickly and rapid fire off, and I'm going to answer these questions. I have the questions here in my PM box on my second display if you're wondering where they're coming from, and I will show you these questions. The first one was just wondering about your day-to-day job. The second one is I got a question what you do for your everyday. So all for these first three questions here, I was just wondering what is your daily job. These first three questions are the same, and then I'm going to get into these next ones, okay? So let's go ahead and start with my day-to-day. Well, everybody knows that follows me on Apple Soldier knows that I work at home 50% of the time, and I work at a local broadcast cable station 50% of the time. 75% of the time I'm working at home, I'm working for them, only at home. I have a great job. It's not a super well-paying job, but between me and my wife, we can pretty much have what we want as long as it's not too extravagant. We don't go outside of our means. The kids have what they want, and that's the main thing. It's nothing, no big deal. I have no set dedicated task. Some days I'll help work on lower thirds using Final Cut Studio. Some days I'll help do little things like just gather assets for somebody that's working in Maya. But as far as I get up in the morning, I turn on my machines. As my machines are firing up, I'll go brush my teeth, drink some coffee. I have about an hour in the mornings before I have to take off and go to work. The mornings I do go to work, and I'll catch up on my Twitters or my PMs and stuff in the mornings, and I'll take off and go to work. Sometimes when I'm at work, I'll come home. I'll be working, and I'll come home for 3 or 4 hours, and then I'll go back to work because I'm not a professional broadcaster. I just work at a broadcast cable station for a town of about 3,000 people. But that's basically it. I mean, that's really it in a nutshell. That's what I do. That's my duties. Let's go on down. The next question. Boy, this is really off the wall. 2-stroke or 4-stroke? What do you like better as far as motocross and ATVs? Some of you guys might not know what that is, but there are 4-stroke engines and there's 2-stroke engines. The 4-stroke engines are like your car, okay? And the 2-stroke engines are like a chainsaw. The ones that go bang, 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 bang. You've heard those motorcycles and ATVs. Well, it's hard to find the 2-strokes anymore. They pretty much quit making them because of these damn liberal environmentalists that think we're going to hell in a handbasket because of our carbon emissions, which is completely fucking stupid. I like to put my foot in their ass, and we'll get into environmental discussions in another video. You just can't get a better engine than a 2-stroke when it comes to off-road ability. Unless you want a fucking stump puller, then a 4-stroke might be the way to go. But if you want a racer, 2-stroke, baby, 2-stroke. 2-stroke's my favorite. As I said, these are random questions, so... Ooh, gosh, this is kind of, what do you believe about God? Well, now that's kind of broad. That's going to take a whole video to itself. I do believe in God. I do believe in heaven. I do believe in hell. Okay? What do I really think? I think God is just a kid with an ant farm, man. That's exactly what I think. I think he made us. He don't want anything bad to happen to us. But we're just ants in an ant farm to him. If something happens, something happens. Oh well. Don't want it to happen, but if it does, it does. We don't watch every single ant in an ant farm, do we? That if we have an ant farm sitting on our table, we don't watch every single ant in that ant farm and tell it what to do and where to go, do we? No. We just let them be. You know what I mean? And every once in a while, we'll knock the fucking thing off the dresser and cause a big fucking turmoil. So I think God's there, and there is a heaven and hell. But I think basically in the end, God's just a big kid with an ant farm. And we, the earth, are the ant farm. Oh, hey, in your opinion, the next question. In your opinion, should I get a Mac Pro or a quad-core i7 iMac? That too deserves its own video. I can't go into that. That's just so much to talk about. If you need a display and you really got a hard-on for a 27-inch display, then it's hard not to recommend the iMac. But if you already have your display and you're not interested in having a big 27-inch display, I can't recommend anything but the Mac Pro. So that's it in a nutshell. This video says, I'd like to know you better. I'd like to hear you talk about how you make your videos and what it's like to be a partner. Is it a good second income? No, it's not a good second income. it's a second income, but it's not a good one. I mean, it's piddly. I mean, I think YouTube, Google screws you every chance they can get. I don't think they don't pay us much to do what we do. So the only hope and chance we have is just to put out a bunch of videos, or to get multiple partners, channel partners. Well, everybody knows I use Final Cut Studio and a Mac to make my videos, iMovie and ScreenFlow for my screen captures. I show UHD when I want to record a video off the web, and ScreenFlow when I want to record me or a tutorial. What are my favorite channels? Well, I don't have any favorite channels in front of me. I do have favorite channels, and I'd be more than happy to list them for you guys in a video. Discovery and all the, some 3D channels. I mean, the basic stuff. I could be more than happy to list my favorite channels, but there's just really too many of them to name off the top of my head. What's a way for a new Mac user to dig in and get to know their new computers? The community. Read articles on the web. Go to websites like the Cult of Mac, Apple Insider, or even Apple's own website. Get involved in the forums and in the community. There's people that are willing to help and answer any question you have. And aside from that, go to the main site publications, Macworld and MacLife and all those great things. We'll keep you up to date. There's several Apple websites that will show you. There's several tutorials on the Apple website that shows you how to use your new Mac. The resources are unlimited. Google, in this case, is your friend. Talk more about life and the big dirt nap. Well, I plan on talking more about life, death, God, all that good stuff, but not in this video, because that's going to take its own video. Let's go on down here. Favorite hat. Well, I got 3 types of hats that I wear. Kangol, K-A-N-G-O-O-L, Kangol hats. I wear Kangol hats. I love Gorin Brothers hats. That's what this is. This is a Gorin Brothers, G-O-O-R-I-N. As you can see, this says Lovebird. Or no, this is a green one, and this says Ass right here up top. It's got a donkey on it, And I got another one that says Lovebird. It's got a picture of a bird, I think. Or, I'm not real sure. Dirty Bird. That's it. Dirty Bird. I got a Dirty Bird hat, an ass hat. And these are all, little castle emblem there. These are all Gorin Brothers hats. I'm pretty sure, yeah, G-O-O-R-I-N, Gorin Brothers. I love the Gorin Brothers. I love Kangol hats. I don't have any Kangol hats here handy, but you've seen several Kangols. They got a kangaroo on them. I love Bailey hats, Bailey fedoras. That black fedora that I have is a Bailey fedora. So that's it. I like Gorin Brothers. I like Kangol. I like Bailey. And that's my 3 main favorite hats. Favorite iPhone app? Man, that's going to take another video. I don't know. Right now, Red Laser and Trapster. Little Trapster, I think is the name of it, where I can see where the police are. I seen one parked out down the road, and it showed it on my iPhone where it was, a little blinking red light. So cool. If they got the radar on, you can pick them up. P.S. Give me a shout out. techwebcast.info. I'm not too big on giving people shout outs, especially if I don't know them too well, because when people ask me to give them a shout out, it kind of makes me think they're just out to get publicity. And the last question, what do you think about God and evil and suffering in relation in the Haiti earthquake? Well, now that I don't know. I do believe in God, I believe in heaven and hell, and I do believe people get what they deserve and people what's coming to them. But as far as God punishing Haiti because they've been evil, I mean, I think God could find many other people to punish for being evil besides Haiti, wouldn't you think? I mean, look at some of the atrocious acts other countries have committed, and in the past. And Germany wasn't split open by a wide earthquake when Hitler was ruling. So, I think that's relative. I do believe in God, and I do believe God gives people what's coming to them. But as far as God splitting Haiti wide open for being evil, I just don't know about that shit. That's a little bit far-fetched for me, you know what I mean? I don't know if God works that way. Like I said, I think he's a kid with an ant farm, I think the earth fucked us. The earth fucked Haiti, and I don't think God did. God don't control where every leaf blows, where every gust of wind blows every leaf. He don't worry about that shit. He ain't worried about the plates under the earth. Fucking, we had an earthquake. We had a fucking earthquake. He didn't make it happen. He didn't stop it from happening. Period. We just had a fucking earthquake. It's not God's fault. It's nobody's fault. It's fucking earth. It's a fucking earthquake. That's the way I see it. These have been some rapid fire questions. If you have some more questions, please leave them, and I'll be more than happy to answer them if I can. This has been Eric for How I Think It Should Be, and I look forward to your next questions.